Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to carry on Sylas in the jungle. First things first, you want to try to look for an invade because you have 2 dashes and a stun off of a single ability. On top of that, it's the ability you want to start anyways because it's your best clear ability, so you're not hurting yourself by starting it. We want to find the invade here, get some value. Sylas is a super strong early game ganking jungler. He's not good at clearing and he's not necessarily good at soloing strong soloists. You can solo weak soloists, or if you're full HP, you can solo strong soloists. But with Dark Harvest Sylas, you're more of a burster and you're trying to get your Dark Seal rolling in the same way an Evelyn would. He's very similar to an Evelyn, except, yeah, he is kind of weak early on. I don't think I'm going to get a leash on my red buff. Ideally, you start on red, then you do Wraps, Krugs, gank, 3 camp off red side gank like a Rammus would, because you have your 2 dashes. Or I guess 3 dashes technically in a stun, you're super strong. But in this case, Pike Top's obviously not going to leash us, so instead we'll start bot side. We'll do blue Gromp into our red buff. Try to keep our HP as high as possible. Try not to use your potion too early because you get healed more from the camp the more HP you're missing. So here my teammates actually gave me a really good leash. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to pull this all the way out. Auto attack Q. You want to get your W level 3 and then you're actually going to max it first because per level it gets a lot. Just against the monsters it's only so useful. Not quite as much damage as your Q. Your Q placement is super important because it does a lot of damage once it blows up. So landing both sides of it is absolutely critical. I'm not going to use my potion quite yet. Actually, I kind of want to do wolves in the red here. So I want to have my smite ready for the red buff. Off of A4 camp with Cosmic, that should be doable. And this is the worst part of Sylas. This is why a lot of people avoid picking him. It's because his clear is super trash, especially off of starting blue buff, since red buff gives you a lot of extra healing. She saw his heal. She's fine here. She's chilling. We're going to Ian, go straight for a red. Chunk it down. So around this time we're going to use our potion, so you have this a little bit closer to death. EQE auto W, use our potion, and now we can gank. As long as you have at least half health, you can, because your W heals you a lot if you're below 40% health. So even if they try to turn and kill you, odds are you're gonna survive. As much as I hate ganking like this, we E. I kind of want to W into him. QE, down he goes. Since I was below 40% health, it was fine to EW, then QE. But before you use your E2, so that's E1, and then this is E2. So before you use your E2, try to get down your Q. That way they'll be slowed and you can more easily land your E2. It's much more useful that way. That's the whole point of your Q, is to really let you to land the stun on it. We got his flash, that's huge. I still have red buff as well. Wow, he got the sword down a long time ago. It's still here. He doesn't necessarily know that I left. I'm fine with backing from this position. I do still have red buff though, and it's fresh, where I'd like to go mid. Kata into Zeri. Zeri's a weird mid lane champion. Hey, Rammus. Thank you for the leash there, buddy. Smite it. Auto W, E, auto Q. I also have Ignite. I'm not going to use it here though, because I can tell we don't need it. There, I W'd into him to cancel his Q to also get closer. If, like I said, if you're already missing a big chunk of health, it's okay to E, W, QE to get as close as possible. The goal is to land the stun on your E. As long as you're doing that, then the gank should be going well. That's the hard part though, so landing the E2. So make it easy on yourself. Get as close as possible. Land your slow first if you can. This guy still hasn't... Wait, did he actually just back? I think he did. So far, this is a super slow-paced game for a Sylas, only getting 1 KP before your first back. Not ideal. Could be worse though, I suppose. Go ahead, grab double amp tome, and push out of base. Ease cooldown really isn't that long when you consider it starts going on cooldown from when you first activate it, to where even if you don't end up using it, or if you're trying to chase someone down, you can often end up getting the chase down. They're bot lane shoving, so they're gankable. I don't think I want to gank for this Pyke. The fact that he wasn't really willing to leash, and he hasn't been responding to my ganks the best, I don't want to gank for him. Pyke mid's viable, somewhat. Pyke top lane I don't think is that viable. I'm gonna go bot with my E now. Oh, I can't. I think my guys are backing. Yeah, there's nothing to gank. They're all playing really safe. Scuttle crab everything, man. We'll continue to clear. We've already gotten past the hardest part of the game, which is the first clear. When your abilities are on cooldown early on, it's okay to kind of kite the camp out. We're trying to play around our abilities anyways. That's where all of our damage is coming from, through our passive. Extra magic damage on hit, plus the extra attack speed is huge. Raptors are down. We'll go ahead and skip those. Pyke's supposedly fed, but he built weird items. Like boots of mobility do 0 damage. So the Shin Kasante is actually stronger than Pyke is, and he has a kill advantage. Not a big fan of Moby's rush there. I'm assuming this is warded. Pyke isn't buying control wards. I'm going to avoid going top for now. We'll wait for Cat to go in. Now we pop our E here in a second. We hit her with all of our damage. Zeri isn't able to follow up too well. We almost get the kill though. 1 second, guys, my nose. Go ahead and E over the wall, get there sooner. Make sure you're mixing in autos before you use all of your abilities, because you can only stack your passive 3 times, and you get 4 stacks of passive, 2 through your E, and then 1 per your W and Q each. So you really need to make sure you're getting off at least 1 auto attack, which is easy to do because they're so fast, but still, don't just spam your abilities as fast as you can, because you'll be leaving damage on the table. You don't want to be doing that. Absolutely don't want to be doing that. Sylas does scale really well as long as you're not super far behind too, so just don't die. Nice. Got our R now. Up goes the Zyra. Rams's bot. I need to get over there ASAP. I'm missing a big chunk of health, but we have our W. We're chilling. Why is Rammus running from Nautilus? Is Nautilus making it too obvious? Hey, Rammus. Oh, I actually just walked into a ward. Hey, friend, you're dead. Hit her with the W. We'll try to escape here. I'm dead, though. Her plant's giga slowing me. It was her snare plant. Even though she missed her snare, I couldn't move. There's no way out of there. I'll say worth, though, because I kind of needed to back anyways. Go ahead and get Hextech Alternator and as much AP as we can afford. Push back out on the map for red buff. Didn't really get a chance to use our R there. What a shame. Auto W. Top lane, once again, not gankable. Absolutely not. Mid lane, kind of gankable. Stole the Katarina R and I'll destroy her with it. She decides, you know what, I want to back off. I do not want to get turret plate gold or risk giving a kill to Sylas. Might as well play safe as possible. Oh man, these guys are really trying to slow down the pace of this game. He's taking the dragon, so I don't really mind. She's got her plants out though. Hey friends. Auto Q, auto W. Thank you very much. Hey, you guys wanted to play like that. Now you're both gonna die because you wanted dragon. They made that big mistake. They're not gonna be able to recover from that, honestly. Getting the dragon there is absolutely not worth it because I'm not gonna let them get a single dragon after that. It's not gonna happen. I have all the kills now. All we have to do is stay alive. Situation, now let's pretend this game the enemy's actually pushed for once and we could gank it. It would be the same thing. Once Sylas gets gold and the snowball starts rolling, it is incredibly hard to stop. We can afford Night Harvester and we can run the map now super hard. With Conqueror Sylas jungle, going for Lucids is super good, but with Dark Harvest, you actually want the Sork shoes. They're much better. It passes magic damage, Q, W, E, and basically your R as well. It's magic damage. Yeah, bot lane's looking kind of gankable, but then my AD carry isn't there, so it's really not. It's a 2v2. MF doesn't have boots though, so we could wipe her really fast. It's best if they pick things like a Mumu or Malphite so we could steal those Rs instead. The only good R they have for me to take is kind of the Zyra R. Maybe the Cassante R. I haven't played Cassante before though, so I won't be 100% comfortable with that one. I know what it does and like when and why you should use it, but I'm not familiar with kind of how long the startup is after you initially click it and stuff. It might not be pretty. Down they go. We'll catch the mid wave. Super slow game. Oh, she's really paying attention. What in the world, man? She is looking out. She's scared. Yeah, I'm gonna walk you down, buddy. Get your flash. Didn't cost me anything. I think Rammus is here. She's acting weird. She even wards the raptors for him. What a butthole. I'm just gonna freeze the wave then for my laner. I don't care, Catty. You can sit there all day long. You can just sit there and do a whole lot of nothing. Should have gotten my Q down first before I went for the stun. Hit her with W. Down she goes. Auto. I was just gonna E over. Yeah, we're chilling. Gonna hit him with W. He actually can't kill us. Get him with Q. Oh yeah, he's down. He's down, boys. Biggest mistake we've been making this game is using Q before we've used E1. You need to use your E1 first to make sure you hold them inside of your Q for its explosion to get that big boy damage off. By stretching out fight durations, especially against kind of low damage champs, there's no way for them to kill you because your W's healing you for so much. Especially if you're below 40% health, the heal is basically doubled. Like, even this chick, she couldn't kill us, so she's not necessarily a low damage. Oh, I got something to jump to. Holy crap. I don't think I'm gonna live here. Why did I literally... What just happened? I literally pressed my cursor over here, didn't I? I stole his R and then went to press it, but my guy just did it in place. Let me know if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure I had my cursor hovered over here and my dude casted R in place for some reason. That's really weird. I'm hoping I'm wrong and that league isn't a buggy mess, but I verified for a fact that on Nunu, I don't know if it's because where my mini map is, but I was here. I hovered snowball here and it did it the complete opposite way. And I went back through my recording to verify because I was super sketched out by it. And sure enough, I was right. I had my cursor in the correct area and Nunu literally put the snowball the opposite way. So there is some dark wizardry in League, but you got to give the game the benefit of the doubt. I'll have to go back and check to see where my cursor was. Sylas has been one of the most buggy champions since you can steal people's R. They don't always interact properly. Dragon's coming up. We'll play for that. But you see at this point how we're not really taking damage from our camps. When you're one full item, you're walking around full health. You're not ganking with half health constantly, which is nice. It feels good to be able to clear your camps without losing all your HP. The big fight going on bot side. I should get over there. Big fight. I need to kill MF first and then Kata, I think. Or Zyra first. I gotta kill one of the squishies first. EQ. Get in there. Big R. Try and put everything on the Oh, these guys are kind of out of mana. They're kind of low and out of mana. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, they're trying to force it, but... yeah. Ooh, nice. Pyke actually kind of saved me there, because things were getting messy. He gets the cleanup. We get some gold. Sick. Should get dragon off that. Sylas isn't that good for taking dragons. He takes a lot of damage, so don't take them early unless you have your teammates to help. A rule of thumb is one full item on Sylas or massive gold advantage on the enemies. And both of those conditions are true, because there's not a single person on the enemy team who's as fed as us. I'm going to hop over this wall and kill her. I can't believe she's actually doing this. Hey, friend. QW, down you go. Never stand by a wall near a Sylas. It's a bad idea. Every combo realistically starts with an E, Q, E, auto, W, auto. That's every combo in a nutshell. If you have your R, it's E, R, Q, E, W. Get onto the Kata, W, R. I wish I could get her passive and get her resets as well. That'd be sick. Ah, that Nautilus hook. Unfortunate. Is what it is. Sylas scaling, I'd say, is better than an Evelynn scaling. He's more mobile, and since he has the self-healing, when lots of different types of champions get on him, they can't actually kill him. At least not quickly. Auto W. Wow. Absolutely one shot there. She comes out of his CC. I smite her. I'm going to E out. Get him to stun. Pyke was in really deep there. He might still die. Ooh, Zaya's dead. Yeah, the turret was heated up from the Pyke, so I gotta get away from this chick, though. R costs 75 mana. What a random amount of mana. Typically, R's are around 100 mana, and they get more expensive all out to 150 or 200. Sylas R randomly at 75 mana cost, and it stays that way. What are you doing, Riot? The Ignite's so important. If you don't want to constantly feel threatened by various self-healers, fighting an Irelia or a Warwick, then you have to have Ignite. Morello is not in a single one of Sylas's highest win rate or most picked builds for the first 3 items. It's not really an item that you want to get forced into. It's a desperation item for Sylas, 100%, because it doesn't give any ability haste. It's a big reason why. Plus, you're delaying your more important items like Rabadon and stuff. We're on a massive scaling power spike. We don't need to do anything crazy here. We can play this super slow and so slowly choke them out without taking much risk this game. I think we outscale them super hard is why. Cat isn't going to scale worth anything with how much CC my team has. I don't think MF's going to scale. And I know that we're going to giga scale, especially with the Mej pumping. Gotta stay alive, though. Not throw my Mej. Weird fight. Nautilus finds the pick. Kata goes in, dies instantly. Rams is looking for his turn. He gets the Zeri. Ollie in here. QW, down you go. I got his R now. I think I lose a lot of health when I do it. Yeah, I lose 45% of my health, but I get a bunch of stats. That's fine. Being low health on Sylas is totally fine as long as your W's up to heal yourself. We can't end here. It's impossible. Size up, low, Nautilus is low, Nautilus no R. We need to pull off, wait for our supers to actually get up here. Zyra kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Hey, friend. Down you go, buddy. Oh. I'm trying to get her R, but it won't let me. Oh, wait, it's because I already had an R. I was literally so confused there. I forgot I even had the Cassante R. So I kept clicking my R on her and it was walking me closer. Because Sylas R has a lot of range. It outranges 80 carries by a long way. Like, this is like a max range Jinx rocket with a rapid fire cannon, right? So I was clicking my R on MF to try to steal her R. But as you can tell, it didn't work because I was still stuck with the Cassante R, which ended up killing me. Cassante buys troll items. He's had enough. He wants the game to be over. I don't blame him. It's been a slow, boring game with the way he played. Constantly warding, constantly playing safe, never playing for a kill in lane, never pressuring the pike for the kill. It's a very boring way to play League of Legends. If you do want to play that way, you should try like Vigar or Nasus. That way you get a little dopamine hit every time you last hit. So one of the most fun things about jungle is you have a lot more options to interact with champions rather than just being a laner who's mostly stuck in lane doing nothing. There's a lot of champions that end up on that play style where they want to roam, but they can't necessarily do so. So if their jungler doesn't come for the dive, they're just stuck basically doing nothing. Alright, we can actually pop off here as long as I'm not like 1v5 face tanking their team with Rammus in front. Oh, cool, it's warded. You don't really need mana items on Sylas. You get so much mana back through the jungle. I'll go ahead and push this real quick since we're already here. I gotta back up a little bit because I don't know where the Rammus is. Sure enough, he's probably over here. The fact that she's kind of chasing. Alright, she didn't step up. She's just going for blind face checks there. There's a quick way to die. Our E's on a super low cooldown. We can hold it, and it's on a 2-second cooldown after we have it like this. Look at that. I have no clue where the MF is. I don't know if she kept running or what. Okay, she did. Oh, cool. I missed my E. Sick. I'll still cat as R. Missed my E again. Very cool. I'll just ignite her. That was ridiculously messy. I keep missing my E over the wall somehow. I don't even know how I'm doing that. Pill for my 80 carry. She walks in a turret like a champ. QW, down you go, buddy. So many parts of this game have been clean, but then other parts have been so unbelievably messy. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, never mind. But I'm super low. I need to leave. Riftmaker certainly isn't horrible on Sylas, but it's not what he's about. That's more of a kind of conquer bruiser play style. And with where his scalings are at right now, you want to be burstier. 80 carries are going to be doing 3 times your damage output anyways in late game team fights if you're trying to play in bruisery with Conqueror. And that's why Conqueror Sylas jungle's win rate isn't that great right now. 80 carries overtune, supports overtune. If you can't threaten a kill on the 80 carry or support, as a champion like Sylas who can't really heal or shield his own team, then you're not really getting any value. They are really not surrendering right now. I'll take that. Thanks, buddy. All right, you're dead. I'm kind of dying. I'm dying, but I'm not dead yet, boy. Got it. This is such a scrappy, scrambled champion, man. They should make a wrestling Sylas skin. Just how kind of spastic and all over the place he is. 3 dashes out of 2 abilities. What was Riot thinking? Give me that R, baby. I don't think she realizes how low my cooldowns are. I should have just used her R on her. I couldn't get the kill. Oh, I actually dashed the wrong way. He kind of just went through my Zyra R and killed me. That sucks. I lost a lot of mesh out of that too. Kata goes in, wipes. Pyke might actually die here. Rammus is really fast. He has Mobies. Okay, he lives now. As long as he didn't go back in, he might die now. Once the Mobies kick in, there's no reason to fight. I'd say Zanya's... Yeah, let's push Zanya's into Rabadon. We don't necessarily need Void Staff right now. Rammus is mostly armor at the moment. It's still more about us killing their squishies. The only time you kind of fight the tanks is if you're trying to frontline for your team. That's if your backline's absurdly big, which they're not. Realistically, who's going to do more damage in a team fight? My 280 carries hitting Rammus, or MF pressing R on my whole team and killing everybody? Like that's why we're playing kind of deep backline. League is always easier if you have the bigger backline, because then you have the option to engage or just to peel. Against their team, I have to find an angle to go in to hit a QE. It's the only way. Let's take all of this, get our levels, focus on dragons, because we've kind of thrown all of our shutdown, unfortunately. Looking at Rammus items, and he does have Thornmill, which is going to make things more challenging for me. These guys are kind of chilling in base. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, he thinks he can win now after he's been trolling? Nah. Dude literally sold his items and started trolling after the way he played in lane. Like, he played so overly safe. Normally, the people who start trolling are the people who are playing crazy. And they die a lot and then they blame their team. But this guy actually played ridiculously safe for so long in lane. Not threatening any kills. Bot lane turret's ready for us. We could take that. Nexus is open though. And one of them's dead, so. Dude, I keep missing my dash over that wall. You got to get closer. The dash is short. I'm trying to go over it at an angle. That R still hit us. Goodbye, Katarina. Auto E, he lines himself off the wall. Down he goes. We still have the Kata R. And that's GG's, man. Sylas, super scrappy, super fun, but dude, his first clear absolutely blows, and he's decently reliant on getting early ganks. Let's look at damage dealt, damage taken. Looking at damage dealt enemy champions, we did have the most in the game. A little surprising. For damage taken, we took the most in the game. Dealt the most, took the most. I can tell you right now, though, if we look at self-mitigated, Rammus will have technically taken the most. So we're not going to do that. I'm just kidding. I want to see. So yeah, he took the most damage by a considerable amount if you count self-mitigated, but let's not focus on that. Let's just get damage taken. And then for runes, really high value. All in all, Sylas jungle, if you can get a leash on your red buff, 3 camp off a red side into gank, he's a solid pick. Outside of that, all you can do is full clear, then reset because you're missing too much health. So keep that in mind. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingsticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.